Join the Patreon class for brand new 1-hour specials to guarantee your mastery of the game every weekend. New mixtape by Professor Jokasey, coming soon.
Promo alert!
Player shit. Man, the players is in the goddamn building, boy. Oh, good. Man, hey, man, I'm about to shit on these whole ass niggas, man. It's still a thing from the bosses taking quotes, nigga. You pussy ass niggas think I won't know, nigga. Now how the fuck you gon' steal from the goat, nigga? Or fuck around, make me knock you for your whole nigga. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. I'm selling butts, pussy niggas still a thing. It's all good, still clean in the tangerine. Like a dope fiend, all crack at it. I had to take another crack at it. All of the money from this crack addict. Now I ain't never been no crack addict. Macking holes with my drug habit. I'm about to fuck this nigga whole like a jackrabbit. Infatuated, it's almost over now. I'm a side nigga, but now the hoe says she wanna leave her main nigga. That bitch cold nigga. They stealing things from my pussy, taking quotes, nigga. You pussy ass niggas think I won't know, nigga. Now how the fuck you gon' steal from the goat, nigga? I'll fuck around, make me knock you for your whole nigga.
Pick up all of Professor Jokasey books, available right now on Amazon and wherever great books are sold. Join the Patreon class to get your game as sharp as your mind. Chettas.
Alright, cool. So I'm coming to y'all with a story that ain't nobody surprised. Kevin Gates and Brittany Winner got the. I didn't even know they got married. So that kind of shocked me, bro. So I mean, was it a legal marriage or was it a spiritual marriage? I don't know, but it's saying she filed for divorce. So I'm guessing dude actually married that bro out on papers. And if that's the case, bro, man. See, I told y'all, I gave y'all this game, way back, a month ago, when Kev was, he dropped that diss on Brian's wife, said she looked like Lamar Odom. And I was telling y'all, 'cause a lot of people be looking up to cats like that, be like, that's an alpha male, bro, this is what you gotta understand. Everybody knew that divorce was coming. Everybody knew it was coming. Ain't nobody think it was gonna come in 2 months, but everybody knew it was coming. It's another thing you guys gotta understand. All you want to be alpha male type of dudes, because people were showing me links how Shawty was waiting in the corner for Kev to tell her she could move, and you know they were like, man, this how you supposed to have your woman in check and all that stuff there. And they were like, you say ain't no alpha males and you can't spell alpha without the tricking. And I was trying to tell y'all, everything I'm telling y'all is this ain't nothing new under the sun. This game has been established. I'm not making this game up. This game that's been here and played long before Professor Jokasey was even thought of. And a lot of people are trying to turn to certain religions because they think that's going to help them deal with these females and get the type of respect that they want just because certain type of behaviors is encoded into the religion. And certain people are turned to this tricking because they think being this tricking is going to get them the type of interactions they want because certain type of behaviors is encoded into the tricking as well. But what I always tell y'all, you got to understand, it comes a time and a place where somebody would deem whatever you're trying to get them to do as you not being worth the hustle. And when that happens, that's when you meet at a crossroad. It's like if you got a job and the job is paying you a certain amount of money, you're going to get up and you're going to come to work every day so you can get that paycheck. But even though that boss man is the tricking and that boss man is making sure you can pay your rent every month, that boss man has a limit. He cannot cross that limit. The boss man got to respect that limit. The boss man got to look at how much he's paying you before he comes and he makes any unnecessary or any extreme type of demands, because if that boss man asks you to do something that's below your pay grade, you're going to look at that boss man like he crazy, and you're going to tell that boss man you ain't worth the hustle. I appreciate the job, but y'all don't pay me enough for this shit. And that'll make anybody quit. It's no different than being in a relationship. A woman, okay, you pushing it now. I know you tricking. I know you got me in this house. I know you got me in this car, but you ain't tricking off that much. And a lot of dudes come. This is what a lot of dudes mess up at. Then they turn red pill and they be like, "Man, I paid the bills. I made sure she had a place to stay." But yeah, you gotta understand. You probably reached the limit where you wasn't worth the hustle. Where you was trying to get too much of that alpha shit, and you wasn't paying how you weigh in order to get what you think you're supposed to get. It's no different than going to the store. You can go into the store with $200. Guess what you only gonna be able to get out that store? $200 worth of stuff. Don't go into that store with $200 thinking you finna walk out that bitch with about $400-500 worth of a product. The store people gonna tell you your little money you got ain't worth the hustle. It's only worth $200 worth of inventory. You try to walk out with anything more than $200, your ass going to jail. This is something that a lot of tricks run into. This is why I wrote the book of Trickology. First, I wrote it so I can help the people who are stuck in that level to spread their money out, increase the amount of return they can get from their tricking. And then I also wrote it to warn people of not finding themselves in situations where they had to discover the hard way that they wasn't worth the hustle. Shawty divorced that man in 52 days. That's crazy. Damn, I at least thought it was going to be 4-5 months. I ain't know they was married, but I at least thought, I said, man, if you marry that broad, it's going to be about 4-5 months. He might knock her up. If he knock her up, he might can keep her around for 2-3 years. But, I just knew she was going to try to get some money out of bro. Bro game was probably a little too slick. He said, I'm going to push her. Kevin Gates ain't no dummy. So he probably like, I'm going to push this broad to the limit. I'm going to make certain that she really serious about what she supposed to be really serious about before it get to the point where she legally tied to my money. And then in that process, he probably end up discovering that he wasn't worth the hustle. Shawty probably like, nah, you asking too much. You doing too much. Let's call it off. Let me go find an easier target. And that's how I go down a lot. So I ain't surprised they got divorced, man. A lot of tricks end up finding this out, man. It's called being worth the hustle. It's no different than somebody working a 9 to 5. It's no different than going to the store to buy something. It's no different than you hiring somebody and you say, hey, man, I need you to come do some yard work. And the person said, how much you going to give me? You say, I'm going to give you $100. And then the person said, okay, cool. That's cool for one day of work. And then you turn around and you tell the person, no. The $100 is for 4 days. And that person look at you crazy and walk away and tell you that offer you just gave me ain't worth the hustle. It was worth it for one day. But 4 days, nah. What you paying don't add up to what you're asking me to do. So this is why I teach this Macism, bro. When it's Macism, bro, it's you dictate who worth the hustle for your energy. You're not trying to buy friends. You're not trying to buy no girl. You're not trying to, cause you'll never get what you want to get out of it. It's too expensive. But if you flip the script and you have somebody trying to, have you in their life, then, it make things go a little bit more smoother. It's not that much of a strain on your finances. But hey, man, that's me getting ready to go down to something else, and I don't really got time to break that down. I really don't got time to break down not really being worth the hustle. I hope I brought some clarity to what I was saying in the book of Trickology on that subject. But it's man, we talking about a 450-page book here. We talking about a 450-page book, and nah, I ain't got time to break that down. But, go on Amazon to scoop that up, man, so you can get your game as sharp as your mind. Y'all be cool.